Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs. We're having some technical difficulties, so I'll give you the changes on this evening's card of racing, but we will not have any graphic support. Note in race number one, there are no changes. No changes, race number one. As well, race number two will go as programmed. In race number three, the two is out. Scratch two, Woodmere Macarena. And number Just 1 second, just making sure. And scratch number 10, Little Mary. So 2 and 10 are out of race number 3. And note that Travis Henry drives number 8, Dash Doll. Race 3, the 2 and 10 are out, and Travis Henry drives 8, Dash Doll. Race number 4 has no changes. No changes, race 4. And race number 5, scratched, is number 8, Brinley Sealster. Race 5, scratch 8, Brinley Sealster. In race 6, there are no changes. No changes, race number 6. Note in race number 7, we have a change in number 2, Off-Road Hanover, changing from blind to open bridle. That is blind to open bridle. Note there are no changes races 8 or 9. No changes races 8 or 9. And the 10th race scratched is number 2, Early Bird Special. Race 10 scratched 2, Early Bird Special. Once again, note no changes races 1 or 2. for race one on parade. One is Pretty Missy May. Scott Quilliver, Ken Middleton Jr., and James Grant and David Walls and Jane Watkins. Number two is Lady Speaker, J.B. Renault for Julie Walker and Jamie Doig. And number three, True That, Carl Chalmers drives and trains for Carmel Racing. Four is Dangerous Curves, Paul McKenzie for Rod Boyne and McCann Stables. Five is Red Dirt Flash, Travis Henry for Dan Gassin and Jamaximo Racing. Number six is Star Bets, Jay Harris, Brett Lester, and Don and Heather McGregor. Seven, Sky Velocity, Ryan DeRoche for Gary McDonald. And a Bright is Chocolate for Lunch, Anthony Hahn for Jason Woodward and Steve Dial. And nine is Treasures Watching, Daryl Thiessen for Eric Wilson and Don Lesheed. Field of nine, race one. Note there are no changes, races one or two. Gate is rolling for race number one. Pretty Missy May, Lady Speaker, True That on the inside of the center. Dangerous Curves and Red Dirt Flash to the outside. Star Bet, Sky Velocity, and Chocolate for Lunch. And the second tier, Treasures Watching. It's a field of nine for race number one. they're nearing the start and they're off. And dangerous curves, Lady Speaker, Pretty Missy May, Red Dirt Flash, and Star Bets, and True That. Treasures Watching, Sky Velocity, and Chocolate for Lunch. They race on into the backstretch. Dangerous Curves leads by 2.5. Pretty Missy May is second. Lady Speaker is third. Then Red Dirt Flash is fourth, and True That is fifth. Then back racing position sixth as they roll their way on to the opening quarter. It is Treasures Watching, and the trailing three are Starbet, Sky Velocity, and Chocolate for Lunch. On past the opening quarter they go. Dangerous Curves is leading the way. Dangerous Curves, Pretty Missy May, and Lady Speaker is currently 4 lengths off the lead, position third. Then Red Dirt Flash to the inside, and True That on the outside. Then it is back to Treasures Watching, Star Bet, Sky Velocity, and Chocolate for Lunch. And off the turn they come. And they work up towards us with Dangerous Curves and Paul McKenzie on top. Lady Speaker, though, is getting closer. Lady Speaker now is moving to within about ahead of the lead of Dangerous Curves as they head towards the curve of halftime of 59-1 and a 28-3 opening quarter. On into the backstretch they go. Dangerous Curves leading Lady Speaker by a length and a half right now. Pretty Missy May is racing position third. True That fourth. Red Dirt Flash is fifth, and sixth is Treasures Watching. Then it is Star Bet, Sky Velocity, and Chocolate for Lunch has deserted the field and is back trailing as they race their way by 3/4, and it is Dangerous Curves and Lady Speaker on by 3/4 in 1:28, and as the field turns for home, Lady Speaker now is leading by a length and a half. Lady Speaker, Pretty Missy May is moving into contention, and on the inside, Dangerous Curves. Lady Speaker, Pretty Missy May up the inside with the late pushes Red Dirt Flash. Lady Speaker is going to win. Then finishing second was Pretty Missy May, then Red Dirt Flash and True That. Mile of 1:57.3. Your unofficial top four is a 2-1-5-3. That's 2-1-5-3. Note it is official 2-1-5-3. There is number 2 Lady Speaker J.B. Renault for Julie Walker. Jamie Doig's the owner. Lady Speaker, 4-year-old Art Speak Bay mare. It's the 5th win this year. 7th lifetime Lady Speaker. The first race, number 2, Lady Speaker, 350, 210, 220. Number 1, Pretty Missy May, 10,590. And 5, Red Dirt Flash, 340. $2 Actor, 25.40. Dollar Prize, 63.15. Dollar Super, 232.20. It's a field of 9 for race number 1. They're nearing the start and they're off. Field 4 race number 2 is on parade. 1 is Jams Raven, Ride to Rush for Joseph Montour. 2 is Catch Some Sun. It is Scott Quiller for Bob McIntosh and Al McIntosh. And number 3 is Pantina, Gary Rive for Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannock. And number 4 is Just Crazy Enough, Travis Henry for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. Number 5 is Tiny But Mighty, Steve Byron for Gino Cicero. Number 6, Soda Queen, Paul McKenzie for Gary McDonald. And number 7 is Premier Elsa, Scott Young for Robert Young and Premier and Associates. Number 8 is Call Her Captain, Jason Ride for Rod Boyd and Ellie Bale and Jefferson Davis. And 9 is Maple Shadow, Colin Kelly for Anita Willett and Luke Willett and Colin Kelly. is rolling for race number 2. Jim's Raven, Catch Some Sun, and Pantina on the inside. In the center, just crazy enough and tiny but mighty to the outside. Soda Queen, Premier Elsa, and Color Captain. And the second tier, Maple Shadow. Field for race number 2 is at the start of the rough, and Premier Elsa, Catch Some Sun, and also splitting out is Tiny but Mighty. Then it's just crazy enough, and Premier Elsa is able to come up and get the lead. Catch Some Sun is second, Tiny but Mighty is third. Maple Shadow fourth, just crazy enough is fifth, and Soda Queen, Jim's Raven. Then it is back to Pantina, and trailing the field is Caller Captain, and now sweeping up and taking the front. That is Catch Some Sun, and Scotty Coulter taking the lead. Catch Some Sun, Premier Elsa is racing position second. Maple Shadow is third. Then fourth is Tiny but Mighty, and just crazy enough is fifth. Soda Queen is sixth, and racing seventh is Jim's Raven. Then it is Pantina and Caller Captain. And they work their way up towards the half. Catch Some Sun leading towards the half, and Catch Some Sun off an opening quarter of 29 and 3 leads it, and Premier Elsa's racing second. Maple Shadow is on the inside racing third, and then Soda Queen is racing positioned fourth to the outside, about 5 lengths off the lead. Tiny but Mighty is fifth on the inside. Then it is just crazy enough, and back further on the outside is Pantina. On the pylons is Jim's Raven, and then trailing the field is Color Captain, and they work their way on by 3/4. Catch Some Sun leads, and Premier Elsa is racing second. Maple Shadow third. Soda Queen on the outside might have fizzled out a little bit now and is racing fourth, and now popping out from third comes Maple Shadow as the field turns for home. On down the stretch drive they come. Catch Some Sun, Maple Shadow is catching up, and it is Maple Shadow on the outside to get by. Catch Some Sun, then Premier Elsa and Soda Queen. 158 and 4. Back in front of us, the winner of race 2, 9 Maple Shadow, 3-year-old Shadow Play Bay Filly. Owned by Luke Ouellette and Colin Kelly. Nita Ouellette, the trainer. Colin Kelly, the winning driver. Maple Shadow takes her career debut. Second race payouts 9 Maple Shadow 620 260 220. 2 Catch Some Sun 240 210 and 7 Premier Elsa 460. Double of 2 and 9 1640. $2 exactor 1680. Dollar try 2650. Dollar super 5440. Double of 2 and 9 once again $2 ticket 1640. Second race or her finish from the top 927 654 381. That's 927 654 381 on the bottom.
Bring out your first race.
Bring them along.
The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Outstanding. Field for the third on parade. 1, Dally Delight. Jay Harris for J.C. Woodward and Arlene McIntyre. And number 3 is Lisa's All In. Ryan DeRoche for Courtney Robson. And number 4 is Miss Mac. John Govea drives and trains and owns. And number 5, Marilou, Scott Culver, Jay Conklin, and Ron Braley. Number 6, Missy Rocks, Daryl Thiessen for Louis F. Timiatis and Gerald Mijal. Number 7, Proud of My Roots, Sammy Fillion for Joe Pereira and James Barry. 8 is Dash Doll, Travis Henry for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. 9 is Watch Me Dance, Steve Byron for Michael Patterson. It's a field of 8, scratch 2, Travis Henry drives 8, Dash Doll. Let's look at some of the main players in this dash. And the top 4, 7-3-9-1. Let's get a look at this field. Number 7, Proud of My Roots. Well, comes in from Mohawk off of a pretty credible third and did race in 54-4 with a 28-1 final quarter and does have 5 top 3 finishes and 10 starts on the year. Benefits with the scratch, too. Now we'll leave out a post 6, and it's Sammy Fillion, who's having a very good year. Proud of My Roots, 6-5 on the board. Others to look at here, number 3, Lisa's All In, has been mostly a fringe player of late, but did win 7 times last year. It gets another favorable post, and at least could be a factor for a share. Lisa's All In, after the first one, I really couldn't find one that I liked more for the exactor ticket, so Lisa's All In at 12-1 is my second choice. And 9, Watch Me Dance, well, recently not dancing well, but drops a level and could be better. Has to work out a trip from the trailer post. Steve Byron for Michael Patterson, 7-1. And then one more is number 1, Dally Delight, on the inside at 8-1, and raced a bit better last race, and we'll get another try from an inside post position. Had an inside post here 3 races ago, but made an early break. But last race was able to get off the gate smoothly. And you also see February the 3rd here led a long way before tiring in the late going. Dally Delight at 9-1. I don't think Jay Harris is going to be dilly-dallying around early. This one might be firing out and could be a decent trip horse. And J.C. Woodward trains Dally Delight, 9-1. Gates rolling for race 3. Dally Delight and Lisa's All In on the inside. In the center, it's Miss Mac and Marilou and Missy Rocks to the outside. Proud of My Roots and Dash Doll. And the second tier, Watch Me Dance. Field of 8, race number 3. Here they come. And the field for the third is at the start of the rough, and Marilou, and Proud of My Roots, Dally Delight on the inside is racing positioned third. Then Missy Rocks is fourth, and Lisa's All In is fifth, and Miss Mac is back in sixth, and racing seventh. It's Watch Me Dance, and Dashed All is trailing the field. And on they race to the opening quarter, and Proud of My Roots is on top. Has a lead of about 2 or 3 lengths right now over Marilou, with Dally Delight third, Missy Rocks is fourth, and Lisa's All In is fifth. Then a gap of about 4 to Miss Mac, and then it is back further to Watch Me Dance, and then back trailing the field is Dashed All. And off the turn they come, and the field works on towards us, and it is Proud of My Roots, the 3 to 5 favorite, who's got the lead. Proud of My Roots is in front a couple of lengths, and Marilou second, Dally Delight third, Missy Rocks is racing fourth, and Lisa's All In. Then Miss Mac and Watch Me Dance, and Dashed All is trailing the field. On the end of the backstretch to go, off a half of 58 and 1 and a 28 and 1 opening quarter, and it is Proud of My Roots with a lead of a couple of lengths over Marilou. And now Missy Rocks third, Dally Delight is on the inside fourth, then Lisa's All In, and Watch Me Dance, and Miss Mag, and Dashed All is trailing the field. Proud of My Roots leading still and comfortably in command. Proud of My Roots, 3 to 5 on the board, has a lead of about 3.5 lengths, and then Marilou, Missy Rocks, and Dally Delight, and then it is Lisa's All In, and Miss Mac, and Watch Me Dance, and Dashed All. They turn for home, and it is still Proud of My Roots as they come on down the stretch drive, and Proud of My Roots has duck in gamely and is going to win under wraps, and then for second it'll be between Missy Rocks and Marilou, and then Dally Delight was fourth. 157 and 4. There's a look at number 7, Proud of My Roots. Sammy Filia, the winning driver. Proud of My Roots is a 5-year-old Vertical Horizon Bay mare. Oh, but James Barry of Richmond Hill, Joe Pereira, the trainer, third win this year for Proud of My Roots, 157 and 4. The third race payouts. 7 Pranamai Roots, 320, 240, and 210. 6 Missy Rocks, 340 and 240, and 5 Marilou, 370. $2 exactor, 1020. Dollars Rise, 1685. Dollar Super, $49. Third race, order of finish from the top downs have 4 scratch 5, 6 place 8, 3, 2, 1. 8 place 7, and 7 place 6. Once again from the top down, 4 scratch 5, 6 place 8, 3, 2, 1. And then 8 place 7 and 7 place 6. For the fourth race on parade, one is Rambaran Rose, Sammy Fillion for Pat Rillo and Stephanie DiPietro and Don Carswell. Number two is Bet You'll Love Me, Jason Ryan for Mike Whiteniowski and Arthur and Roland and Justin Ray and Vince Southern. Number three is Mean Irene, Braden Rabling, Drives and Trains and Owns. And for Latina Rose, Jay Harris for Mike Rive and Kerry Sullivan and Ray Primo. Five is Shady Memories, Scott Culver, Gerard Demers and J.R. Marois. And number six, Tierra Dancer, Anthony Hunt for Les Posen. Number seven, Armis Ashley, Travis Henry for Kevin Stevens. 8 is Three Gems, Rand Rush for Robert Furneaux. And 9 is Langley Sealster, Colin Califord, Joe Pereira, and Chelsea Pereira. It's a field of 9 for race number 4. Let's get a look at this field, and we'll start with one Rambaran Rose. Well, the last couple races weren't good, but before that was racing reasonably well at Mohawk, and now we'll change venues and drop in class, and I think Rambaran Rose has a good chance to be much more effective in here. Is one that made the top 3 19 times last year in 45 starts. Rambaran Rose, I think, compares well here, and you get Sammy Filia, who's rolling well. This is the slight favorite at 2 to 1. Number 5, Shady Memories, is 5 to 2 on the board, and was a winner here February the 24th in this class, and had a decent start March 9th, but the other couple starts not quite as good. But look, this is one that earned more than $1,000 a start last year, and in this bottom class, that's a good comparative measuring stick. 7 wins last year. Shady Memories and Scotty Coulter, who's been rolling well, and this is one set up by Gerard Demers. Main threat 2 to 1. Co-favorites 1 and 5 right now, both at 2 to 1. Number 2, Bet You'll Love Me, is one that sometimes I have loved and I've been disappointed. She can step up with big effort every so now and then, but oftentimes too when I take her, she just says, not today. Bet You'll Love Me. I think that was 2 races ago when, or last race, I took Bet You'll Love Me and made an early break and 6th beat in 3 lengths. That didn't work out, but Bet You'll Love Me is one that gets to drop a level and could be better in here. He's getting love because, well, 6-time winner last year. Bet You'll Love Me, Jason Ryan for Mike Whiteniowski, 7 to 2. And number 7, Miss Ashley, raced better last race, had a win at London February the 9th in a class similar to this one. Armis Ashley, I think, can at least be one considered for somewhere on the ticket, and is 4 to 1. I'm on number 1, Rambaran Rose, a co-favorite at 2 to 1. Correction, now the single favorite at 2 to 1. Taking up their positions, Flamboro and Rose, Bet You Love Me, and Mean Irene. In the center, Latina Rose, Shady Memories. Outside, Tierra Dancer, Armis Ashley, and Three Gems. The second tier, Langley Sealster. The field for the fourth race is at the start of the rough, and Flamboro Rose drives up with Shady Memories, and also leaving is Tierra Dancer, and along to the inside is Langley Sealster, and on the field goes on into the backstretch, and leading the way strong early is Flamboro Rose, and then racing position second is Shady Memories. Tierra Dancer and Armis Ashley, the next couple. Then it is back to Langley Sealster, and further back we go as they race on around the turn. Well, the opening quarter was recorded in 29 and 2, and driving on the outside, that is Armis Ashley right now, challenging Flamboro Rose. It's Flamboro Rose leading, and Armis Ashley is on the outside, forcing the issue as they race their way off the turn. They come on towards us. Then racing on the inside third is Shady Memories, and Tierra Dancer is fourth, and Langley Sealster is fifth. Then it is back to Bet You Love Me and Mean Irene. And then we have Three Gems and Latina Rose. And they work their way into the backstretch of a 59 and 4 halftime. Flamboro Rose has got the lead. Flamboro Rose and Armis Ashley now getting up closer. Langley Sealster is sent out three wide. And along to the inside, still in the hunt, is Shady Memories. And then it is back to Tierra Dancer as they work their way on by three quarters in Mean Irene and Three Gems. Three quarters was 129 and 1. Flamboro Rose is leading still. Flamboro Rose, Shady Memories took the short way round the turn. Center of the track is Armis Ashley. And then on the outside, Langley Sealster. On down the stretch drive they come. Flamboro Rose, Langley Sealster up the inside. Shady Memories. Shady Memories up the inside is going to win. Then it was Bet You Love Me finishing second. Mile of 159 and 3. There's a look at the winner of race 4. It's number 5, Shady Memories. Scotty Coulter with the winning drive. Shady Memories, trained by Gerard Demers, a 6-year-old Shady Shark Hanover Bay mare, owned by J.R. Merbois. Second win this year for Shady Memories, 159 and 3. The fourth race payouts 5, Shady Memories, 1160, 410, 240. 1, Flamboro Rose, 260, 210, and 2, Bet You Love Me, 210. $2 exactor, 29.10. Dollar try, 27.40. Dollar super, 95.75. And the dollar pick 3, 23.45. Fourth race, or her finish from the top, 237916584. That's 237916584 on the bottom.
Bring out your first race.
Bring them along.
The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Outstanding. Field 4, race number 5 on parade 1. Charborough Stormy, Travis Henry for Sheldon Rose. And number 2 is Maple Isaac. Waxman drives and trains for Tess Waxman and Michelle Tart. And number 3 is Kinda Like Royalty. Scott Goldberg, Dennis Bellin, and Doug Bellin shares in ownership. 4 is Cosia. Jay Harris for Shane Barrington, and the owner is Rick Ryer. 5 is Darker Shade of Pale. Jason Ryan for Caitlin Graham. The owner is Steve Mihalik. 6 is Better Catch Girl. Semi Filya for Vic Putty. And number 7 is Fashion Forward Anthony Hunt for McCrone and Hut Racing. 8 is scratched. And 9 is Miss Do Right, Colin Kelly for Tom Riley. And the owners are Amanda Riley and Barry McLennan and Shelley Racing. Let's get a look at this field. First one I want to start with is number 2, Maple. And Maple is one that was a winner here 2 races ago. Last race was a solid third, and that was from post position 7. I think Maple, Isaac Waxman driving and training this one, has a very strong chance to win at 2-1 on the board. Number 3, Kinda Like Royalty, was a very good-looking winner here last time, and it also won 3 races ago. And Kinda Like Royalty gets a better post position. You gotta like this one. And also Scotty Coulter have been racing well. Kinda Like Royalty, 5-1. Number 4, Cozy Up, is one that had the trailer post last race and did not fare well, but I want to cozy up to this one for a share because I think is going to have a much better outing here. Jay Harris for Shane Barrington. Cozy Up is one that was a good earner last year and could be a much better player in here. 4-1 on the board. And number 5, Darker Shade of Pale, raced well at Mohawk last race and drops down. Had 7 wins last year, but this year has been slow to come around. But the signs are the Darker Shade of Pale now is coming around. Jason Ryan for Caitlin Graham. And I want to touch on number 9, Miss Do Right, because, well, this has been one of my favorite horses, and yet I left her right out of the top 4. I thought she'd take action and just didn't think the trailer post would suit her well, but still overall, look, I have a lot of regard for Miss Do Right. She has done right by me on a number of times that I've taken her on top, and she's gotten the job done. So almost hard to believe that I didn't take her on the top 4, and I might live to regret that. But I just don't like the trailer post considering the amount of action that she's going to take. I don't see value in Miss Do Right. But I did see number 2, Maple, as my top pick, and there's no value there as well, 5-2. The 5th race is an interesting dash. There's about 5 of them that I think all compare really closely. This race could go any number of ways, and the 5th race features the Super High 5, so you might want to figure out which way to go because it could be a well-balanced and well-paying ticket. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Charmbro, Stormy Maple, and Kinda Like Royalty on the inside. Cozy Up and Darker Shade of Pale in the center. To the outside, Better Catch Girl and Fashion Forward. And the second tier, Miss Do Right. It's a field of 8. It's race number 5. And the field for the 5th race, gathering speed, approaching the start. There at the start of the rough, and Maple leaves with Cozy Up and Better Catch Girl. Then it is Kinda Like Royalty and Darker Shade of Pale and Charmbro Stormy. Then Misty Right in Fashion Forward is trailing the field. And they work their way on into the backstretch. Cozy Up has got the lead now. Maple is racing second. Better Catch Girl third. Kinda Like Royalty now claims third. Is Better Catch Girl has moved over and is racing fourth in front of Charmbro Stormy. Then it is Misty Right and Darker Shade of Pale and Fashion Forward. Cozy Up, 7-2 on the board, has the lead over Maple on past that opening quarter in 27-4. And Kinda Like Royalty is third. Better Catch Girl and Charmbro Stormy. Miss You Right is currently doing sixth. Then Darker Shade of Pale and Fashion Forward. And they race off the turn. It is Cozy Up who leads at a length and a half. Maple is second. Kinda Like Royalty on the inside. And here comes Better Catch Girl now moving. Better Catch Girl is only two off the lead. And then Kinda Like Royalty. And Miss Do Right now is doing well, spotted second over. Then Charmbro Stormy. And back to Darker Shade of Pale and Fashion Forward. But Cozy Up still has the lead. Maple is racing second and closing the gap on Cozy Up. Is going to cozy on up to Jay Harris and move to the outside now as they want to get together. It is Cozy Up and Maple, and then racing third, Kinda Like Royalty. Charmbro Stormy. Missed You Right is three wide. Then it is Better Catch Girl and Fashion Forward and Darker Shade of Pale. Maple's got the lead, three quarters, 126 and 1. Maple Kinda Like Royalty. Cozy Up, Missed You Right is sent out four wide. Charmbro Stormy center the track on down the stretch. Right they come. Maple is digging well to the finish up the inside. Fashion Forward. Maple with Charmbro Stormy late. Maple wins it. Charmbro Stormy was second. Then third, Fashion Forward. And fourth is between Cozy Up and Kinda Like Royalty. 156 and 2. Back in front of us, the winner of race 5, it's number 2, Maple, a 4-year-old sports rider, Bay Mare. The winning drive to Isaac Waxman. Isaac's also the trainer. The owners are Tess Waxman and Michelle Etar. Second win this year for Maple, 8th lifetime. The fifth race of Howard's 2 Maple, 550, 520, and 370. One Charmer Stormy, 2050 and 987. Fashion Forward, 680. High five carryover of 2850, 47. $2 exactor, 122.20. The dollar try, 851.85. And the dollar pick 5, 290.70. And the 20-cent pick 5, 58.14. The fifth race order finish from the top down 215 4673 scratch 8. That's 215 4673 scratch 8 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 6 is on parade. 1, Salzburg Diva, Colin Kelly for Vern Cochran and Edward Gork. Number 2 is Lady Hamish, Sammy Fillion for Stephen Doyle and Christine Doyle. And 3 is Summer Lovin', Carl Thomas, drives and trains for Carmel Racing. And 4, Wildcat Watching, Steve Byron for Dale Hurd, Wildcat Stables, and Antonio Tangretta. 5, Nasty Reputation, Scott Quiller for Gary Rive, and Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannock. 6 is Treasure's Gem, Miranda Roche for Eric Wilson and Don Lesheed. And number 7 is Erosion Tea, Jason Ryan for Peter Brickman and Aaron Swainson Brickman. Field of 7, race number 6. Let's look at this field. And it is a field of fillies and mares on the pace, non-winners of 2 races. We'll start on the inside with number 1, Salzburg Diva. 6-5 on the board. And off a good-looking win here last time on, was able to grab the lead past the quarter and then keep on going. In fact, it widened out the lead to win by 5.5. Really sharp finishing quarter to 28-2. And the start before that, you see finishing up at Mohawk in 27. This is just the 3rd start of the year. Was good in limited action as a 3-year-old. Had just 5 starts, but all 5 of them were top 3s. Salzburg Diva, up a level, but still, based on how she looked, she should be good in this spot too. Colin Kelly for Vern Cochran, 6-5. Number 7, Erosion Tea, is one that made a big effort last time out, and is one that came first up and kept on going and grabbed the lead, but just couldn't win. Battled hard with Indra. Finally, Indra got the better of Erosion Tea, but it was a very good effort. And overall, Erosion Tea has had many good starts here. Outside Post has turned people off, but they might have gotten a little too turned off. Look, Erosion Tea has 7 top 2 finishes in 10 starts this year. Belongs on the exactor ticket, I think. Erosion Tea, Jason Ryan for Peter Brickman, 13-1. Number 2, Lady Hamish, moves up, but has looked really good in the starts this year, especially the last 3. 2 wins and a second in the past 3 starts. Moves up a level. Sammy Fillion, gate speed as well for Lady Hamish, sent up with Stephen Doyle. Definitely a threat, 5-2. And number 5, Nasty Reputation, well, comes into this one with 4 consecutive 3rd-place finishes, and all in this class, so you'd have to think that Nasty Reputation with Scotty Coulter, Gary Rive, has to be used somewhere on the top 4. Nasty Reputation is a threat and is 9-2. But number 1, Salzburg Diva, getting all the love at even money. is rolling for race number 6. Salzburg Diva and Lady Hamish on the inside of the center. Summer 11, Wildcat Watching, Nasty Reputation on the outside. Treasures Gem, Erosion T. Field of 7, 6th Dash. Here they come. And the field for the 6th race, nearing the start. They're at the start of the rough, and Roshan T will blast with Salzburg Diva and Summer Lovin', but Roshan T is able to grab the lead. Salzburg Diva is second, Summer Lovin' is third, and then racing fourth is Lady Hamish and Nasty Reputation. Then it is Wildcat Watching and Treasures Gem. They race on to the opening quarter. Roshan T at 25 to 1 has the front. Salzburg Diva is 1 to 9 and is racing position second. Then Summer Lovin' is third, and racing fourth is Lady Hamish, Nasty Reputation, Wildcat Watching, and Treasures Gem. Roshan T leads as they race off the turn, heading up towards the half. Salzburg Diva second. Summer Lovin' is racing position third. Then fourth is Lady Hamish as they head on towards the half, and now quickly moving. Nasty Reputation is coming on. Trailing pair, Wildcat Watching, Treasures Gem. Roshan T by the front. 58 and 4 halftime. Roshan T, Salzburg Diva is keeping a close watch from the pocket. Summer Lovin' is racing on the outside and is moving up first over, but is still about 3 off the lead. Lady Hamish is racing position fourth. Then Nasty Reputation, Wildcat Watching, and Treasures Gem. Roshan T continues. Now 3 wide. Nasty Reputation is coming on. 3/4, 128 and 4. And it is Roshan T who's got the lead. Salzburg Diva now is in the center of the track. Nasty Reputation is racing third, and Summer Lovin' is fourth. They turn for home. Salzburg Diva is trying to call a Roshan T on down the stretch where they come. Salzburg Diva with a full head of steam on the inside. Roshan T. Salzburg Diva is going to roll on by. Roshan T was second. Then it was Nasty Reputation and Wildcat Watching. 158 and 1. There's look at the winner of race number 6. It's one Salzburg Diva, 4-year-old Big Jim Brown mare. Colin Kelly with the winning drive for trainer Vern Cochran. The owner is Edward Gork. It's the second win this year and the 4th lifetime for Salzburg Diva. sixth race payouts: 1 Salzburg Diva, 220, 210, 210. 7 Rosian T, 760 and 590. And 5 Nasty Reputation, $3. $2 exactor, 23.20. Dollar Drive, $42. Dollar Super, 138.45. And the dollar win for 99.60. The sixth race order of finish from the top down to 1564372. That's 1564372 on the bottom.
first race.
Bring them along.
The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Outstanding. Field 4, race number 7 on parade 1. Fastnet Rock, Daryl Thiessen for Matt Dupuis, Lance Wells, Lyndon Wells. And number 2 is Off-Road, Hanover, Jim Whalen for Dr. Angela Whalen and Robert Eaton. And number 3 is Impressive Dude, Samuel Filia for Eric Nadeau and Louis Juan, Michelle Letarte and Jean Allaire. 4 is Dusty Lane Thunder, Anthony Hahn for Dane Pearson, and the owner is John Bell. 5 is Texaco Man, Travis Henry for Francis Gilmet and Eric Bossajur. And number 6, Missy's Magic Man, Jason Ryan drives and trains for Ron Corbett. And number 7, Rose of Tralee, Brian DeRoche for Jim Whalen, who trains and partners in ownership with Robert Eaton. And number 8 is Explosive Motion, Scotty Kohler for Gerard Demarais, and the owner is Michelle Fontaine. It's a field of 8 for race number 7. Let's get a look at some of the main players in this trot dash. And, well, first one we'll look at is number 3, Impressive Dude. And Impressive Dude was quite impressive last year as a 3-year-old. And this year, 5 out of 10 in the top 3. But look at last year, 16 top 2 finishes and 30 starts. Impressive Dude is one that raced well here last time out and gets to drop further in class. And if you go back, you see this one back in February in higher condition classes, racing very competitively. You'd have to think that Impressive Dude, if he raced up to his ability, he should be able to romp in this class. Impressive Dude is 1-2 on the board. Number 1, Fastnet Rock, did race better last race in this class and gets the inside now and was a good closer last time out at a long odds of 69-1. Now 16-1. Fastnet Rock, Daryl Thiessen for Matt Dupuis. Number 8, Explosive Motion. Well, it's been racing well and has not been having any luck in the post position draw for a while, and yet still comes in off of back-to-back thirds. Thing is, 5 third-place finishes and 10 starts, so, hey, I used him for third. Explosive Motion, Scotty Kohler for Gerard Demarais, 9-1. And number 5, Texaco Man. Well, right now, Texaco Man has been kind of out of gas, but is one that drops a level further. Had been at Mohawk, then last race dropped down and drops further because finished 9th here last time out. Texaco Man maybe could be gassed up here, ready to rock and roll. Travis Henry for Francis Gilmet, 7-time winner last year that has just 1 win on the year, but fits very well with this crew, 12-1. But all eyes are on number 3, Impressive Dude, 1-2, heavy favorites. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Fastnet Rock, Off-Road Hanover on the inside. In the center, Impressive Dude, Dusty Lane Thunder, and Texaco Man to the outside, Missy's Magic Man. Rosie Fraley, Explosive Motion. It's a field of 8. It's the 7th dash. Here they come. And the field for the 7th race. At the start of the rough, Missy's Magic Man, Impressive Dude, Rose of Trailey, Explosive Motion, and Off-Road Hanover. Then it is Dusty Lane Thunder, Fastnet Rock, and trailing early is Texaco Man. But it's Missy's Magic Man with the front. Impressive Dude, though, is coming on and wanting to come on and try to clear to the front. Impressive Dude is going to drive up and take the lead from Missy's Magic Man. Rose of Trailey trails those two third and works in front of Off-Road Hanover. Fastnet Rock is fifth, and then Dusty Lane Thunder and Texaco Man and Explosive Motion is trailing the field. Impressive Dude, 1 to 9 on the board, leads as they work on around the turn. Impressive Dude, advantage a couple of lengths. Missy's Magic Man, Rose of Trailey, and Off-Road Hanover the front four, with Fastnet Rock racing position fifth, and to the outside, Texaco Man. Then Dusty Lane Thunder on the pylons, and Explosive Motion is moved out. And they head up towards the half, and half was 101, and they work their way to the 5/8. And it is Impressive Dude in control of things. Missy's Magic Man is getting a trip in the pocket in front of Rose of Trailey, with Texaco Man getting a little closer now and has moved up to take over third. Off-Road Hanover is fifth, and then Explosive Motion has gained a bit of ground. Then Dusty Lane Thunder and Fastnet Rock is trailing the field. Impressive Dude leads as they hustle on to 3/4. Impressive Dude, Texaco Man, 3/4, 1:31 Texaco Man is second and is only about 3/4 of length from Impressive Dude. Missy's Magic Man is third. Then Rose of Trailey. Dusty Lane Thunder comes on a little bit late. Then Off-Road Hanover, Explosive Motion, and Fastnet Rock on down the stretch drive. They come. Impressive Dude, Texaco Man, Impressive Dude, and Texaco Man dueling to the finish. Impressive Dude, Texaco Man gets by and pulls the upset. And then Impressive Dude, Missy's Magic Man, and Rose of Trailey, Texaco Man. 2 minutes, 4/5. Back in front of us, the winner of race 7-5, Texaco Man, Travis Henry, the winning driver, 9-year-old Chapter 7. Being held up by Francis Guillemette and Eric Beausejour. Francis Guillemette, the trainer. It's the second win this year and the 21st lifetime for Texaco Man. And the payouts 5 Texaco Man, 1810, 270, and 240. 3 Impressive Dude, 210, 210. 6 Missy's Magic Man, 770. $2 exactor, 26.80. Dollar try, 158.85. Dollar super, 1114.85. Fans note in race number 8, we have a claim entered 1 Indigenous Hanover. Race 8, claim entered 1 Indigenous Hanover. The seventh race over a finish from the top, 652 71348. That's 652 71348 on the bottom. race number 8 on parade. One Indigenous Hanover, Travis Henry for Isaac Waxman and Tess Waxman, and Max Stable and Carmelo Shime. Claim entered. Number 2 is Perfect Time, Daryl Cheeson for Kelly DeValakai, and the owners are Sylvain Lakai. And number 3, J.J. Landon, J. Harris for Gary Rive, who trains and partners in ownership with Ashley Rive Bohannock. And 4 is ABC, Brian DeRoche for Courtney Robson. 5 is Stay Thirsty DeVee, Sammy Fillion for Richard Moreau, and the owner is Robert Jones. And number 6 is Mortgage My Villa, Colin Kelly drives for Guy Cretchen. It's a field of 6 for race number 8. Let's look at some of the main players in this dash, and well, we have to start with number 1, Indigenous Hanover. Now the claim is in. This is one that hasn't won yet this year, but certainly looks like one that's getting ready. Gets a better post position. This will be the third start for Isaac with Indigenous Hanover. Last 2 were posts 5 and 4. Same class, but now the inside. And finished second beaten a length and second beaten a neck. And overall, I just think it's time for Indigenous Hanover to win. Now, was 1 for 24 in the win column last year, but third start, Isaac Waxman, inside post, claim in 5-2. I think the one to beat. But number 5, Stay Thirsty to Be, is one the fans have thirsted for the most. Now, this is one that also is win shy. 30 starts without a win since January 1st of last year, but 4 top 3s and finished third last time home. Sent up by Richard Moreau. Stay Thirsty to Be. You get the hot Samuel Fillion driving. One that didn't leave all that well but came on late. Stay Thirsty to Be 9-5. Number 3, J.J. Landon, has been reasonably good of late. I mean, not top 2 good, but at least one that you could use to get onto the ticket maybe. Was third here in this class. 3 races to go. J.J. Landon, J. Harris for Gary Rive. 5-time winner last year, 11 out of 21 in the top 3 last year. J.J. Landon and J. Harris is 4-1. And then number 2, Perfect Time, well, 5th each of the last couple, but was racing much worse before that. Dropped down to this level. Maybe is gaining in confidence and could build off of those 2 5ths and maybe work into a 4th. Perfect Time, Daryl Thiessen for Kelly DeValakai is 9-1. But right now, fans are trying to decide between the 1, 4, and 5. I went to 1, Indigenous Hanover, Travis Henry for Isaac Waxman. Gate is rolling for the 8th. Indigenous Hanover, Perfect Time on the inside of the center. J.J. Landon, ABC. And to the outside, Stay Thirsty to Be and Mortgage My Villa. It's a field of 6 for the 8th race. They're at the start of the rough. Perfect time will get out well with Stay Thirsty to Be, JJ Landon, ABC, Indigenous Hanover on the inside, and Mortgage My Villa is trailing the field. But they work on around the turn. Perfect time with the lead. JJ Landon now is able to land the lead as they race into the backstretch in front of Perfect Time. Indigenous Hanover is racing third and quickly steps to the outside and gets a bit of urging to head towards the leader, JJ Landon, at 6-1. Indigenous Hanover now is coming on and has got the lead. Perfect Time is third, and then ABC, Stay Thirsty to Be, and Mortgage My Villa. Indigenous Hanover 3-5 on the board now takes the lead. JJ Landon second. Perfect Time is third, and ABC has position D right now. Then it is back to Stay Thirsty to Be and Mortgage My Villa. They race off the turn. Indigenous Hanover is in the lead. Advantage 2 1/4. JJ Landon. ABC now moves up a spot. Then it is Perfect Time and Stay Thirsty to V and Mortgage My Villa. 57 seconds, halftime into the backstretch. Indigenous Hanover. JJ Landon. ABC's on the inside third. Then Stay Thirsty to V. Racing on the outside, grabbing fourth, and then it is Perfect Time and Mortgage My Villa. And they head on to 3/4. Indigenous Hanover. 3-5 favorite is sharp right now and leads by 4 over JJ Landon. ABC now changes position from C to B. 125 and 4 the 3/4 time. Indigenous Hanover. ABC, JJ Landon, Mortgage My Villa, Stay Thirsty to V, and Perfect Time. And on down the stretch drive they come. Indigenous Hanover is cruising in the 8th race and is going to take it. ABC will finish second, beaten about 4. Then Mortgage My Villa and Stay Thirsty to V. 156-2. There's a look at the winner. Travis Henry with a driving double. Back-to-back wins for Travis. And one Indigenous Hanover. 4-year-old Lazarus Bay gelding. Tess Waxman, a back stable, and Carmelo Shime. Isaac Waxman, the trainer. First win this year. Indigenous Hanover. 56-2. The 8th race. Payouts 1 Indigenous Hanover 330, 230, 240. For ABC 430, 310. 6 Mortgage My Villa 720. $2 exactor 22.10. $1 tribe 96.25. $1 super 141.75. 9th race or a finish from the top, 156243. That's 156243 on the bottom. And there was a claim in race number 8. Number 1, Indigenous Hand over the new owner and trainer, Sheldon Rose.
Bring out your first race.
Bring them along.
The starting gate is rolling for race number 1. Outstanding. Field for race number 9 on parade. One Magic's Lucky Charm, Jay Harris for Eric Wilson and Don Leshied. To his Memo, Scotty Quilliver, Gerard Maris, and Triple S Equine. And number 4 is Tucker's Out, Daryl Thiessen for Kyle Bossens and Peter Albrecht. And number 5, Cold Rage, Travis Henry for Ron McDonald and Luke Loyer. And number 6, Lucky Rascal, Colin Keller for Peter Brickman and Aaron Swainson Brickman. 3 is Run Like Hills, Sammy Fillion for Francis Gilmet. And number 7 is Raise a Little Hill, Anthony Hahn for Gary Murner. And the owner is Gino Toscani. Field of 7 trotters. Purse of $7,800 starts the late daily double. Let's look at some of the main players in this dash, or at least the ones that I think are the main players, because, well, we have a little difference of opinion here. Number 3, Run Like Hill, drops in class and I think should be considered the one to beat. Now look at the 2 of the last 3 races. They didn't go well, but that was against tougher. But you also see this one in the class above this one, 3rd beaten 3/4 to Andy Over and Oneratak Perfetto, and they are extremely good and better than any that Run Like Hill faces in here. And also, if you go back and look down the page, Run Like Hill overall shows a lot of back class. Run the Hill made $66,000 last year in 43 starts and was a steady top 3 finisher. I just think he's going to bounce back and be a very big player here. Semi-Filia for Francis Gilmet. Strong connections. I love 6-1. Number 7, Raise a Little Hill, also drops a level for this star and is one that, well, was a good earner last year. 4-year-old now. Raise a Little Hill. Last a few races, not great, but raced at Buffalo and Batavia and then here against tougher, but now dropping down. I think Raise a Little Hill is one that, despite post 7, I expect to be a player in this class. Others to get a look at. Number 2, Memo, is the one that the fans love the most. 1-2 has been taking a lot of action, and one that's been racing at this level to a 3rd and the 4th the last couple starts, and was a big earner last year as a 7-year-old, and is one with a lot of back class, getting close to the $500 million mark, and yet just a 5-year-old. So certainly there's lots of credentials, but I just think the last 2 races weren't extremely impressive, especially considering the other 2 dropping in class. Memo at 3-5 is not my top choice in here, and Scotty Quilliver, Gerard Demaris, love the connections, just don't like Memo at 3-5. And number 5, Cold Rage, off form but dropping from Mohawk, should at least be able to come back in here now at this level and be a player. Travis Henry for Ron McDonald. Cold Rage 9-2. Fans are on number 2, Memo 3-5, but I went to 3, Run Like Hill at 5-2. Gate is rolling for the 9th race. Magic's Lucky Charm and Memo on the inside. In the center, Run Like Hill, Tucker's Out in Cold Rage. Into the outside, Lucky Rascal and Raise a Little Hill. It's a field of 7 for race number 9. It's a field of 7 for the ninth race, gathering speed approaching the start. There at the start of the rough, Run Like Hill, and Tucker's out in Memo, and to the inside, Magic's Lucky Charm. Then it is Cold Rage, Raise a Little Hill, and Lucky Rascal in the field works on around the turn. Run Like Hill is going to race up and take the lead. Memo second, Magic's Lucky Charm third, Tucker's out is fourth, Raise a Little Hill fifth, and then it is back to Cold Rage and Lucky Rascal. And now Memo has looped up now to take the lead. Memo's the 4-5 favorite over Run Like Hill, who's even money on the board. Magic's Lucky Charm is third, and Tucker's out is racing fourth, and then well back, Raise a Little Hill and Cold Rage and Lucky Rascal. Memo 4-5 leads for Scotty Coulter. Run Like Hill is right there in the pocket. Magic's Lucky Charm third, and Tucker's out is fourth. And they race their way up towards us now, and Tucker's out is out, coming first over. And Cold Rage is on the move on the outside. Then Raise a Little Hill and Lucky Rascal, 59 and 3 halftime. Memo with the front. Run Like Hill is enjoying the view in the pocket. Tucker's out, getting a little closer now, 2.5 lengths from the lead. Magic's Lucky Charm is racing position to fourth. Then Raise a Little Hill is fifth, and sixth is Lucky Rascal. And Cold Rage on the outside is trailing the field. It is still Memo leading. Memo, Tucker's out, and Run Like Hill, the top three. Magic's Lucky Charm, 4 3/4, 129 and 1. Raise a Little Hill is racing fifth. Then Lucky Rascal and Cold Rage they turn for home, and it is Memo. Run Like Hill now is chasing Memo at the field turns for home. Memo and Run Like Hill on down the stretch route they come. Run Like Hill is trying to call her, and Memo is digging in. Run Like Hill is closing. It is Memo and Run Like Hill. Memo wins it. Run Like Hill was second. Tucker's out third, and Raise a Little Hill was fourth. 159 flat. There's look at the winner of race 9, to Memo, Scotty Coulter, with the driving double. Memo, 26th win lifetime. 8-year-old Trixton Bay horse up at Triple S Equine of Newton, Ontario. Gerard Demare is the trainer. First win on the year. Memo victorious in 159. The ninth race payouts to Memo 370, 230, and 233. Run Like Hill 270, 220, and 4 Tucker's out 510. $2 exactor 540. Try 22.95. And $1 to perfecta 89.75. The ninth race or finish from the top down. 512367 That's 512367 on the bottom. field for race number 10 on parade 1. Gypsy and Merlot. Ride Roche for Steve Gassian. Beth Doyle's the owner. To his scratch, number 3 is DG's Magic Moment, Wayne McLean for Beverly Rice. 4 is Soundbite Hanover, Jay Harris for Tyler Schlotman, and the owner is Kevin Skilton. 5 is High Rolling, Travis Henry for Isaac Waxman. The owner is Tess Waxman and Carmelo Shime and Troy Learn. Number 6, Spittin' Chiclet, Steve Byron for Dale Hurd and Antonio Tangretta. And number 7 is Million Angels, Jason Bryan drives and trains and owns. And number 8, Majestic Virgin, Sammy Filia for Amanda Riley. 9 is Time Waits on No One, Scott Quilliver, Gerard Demarais, and Tag Incorporated. Field of 8, scratched is 2 early bird special. This dash features the Super High Five. We have a carryover of $2,850. And let's look at some of the main players in this dash. And, well, number 5, High Rolling, 3-1 on the board. Now, has made only one start this year, and that was back in January 4th. So, yeah, I might be pushing it to take High Rolling here, but this is a classy veteran and set up by Isaac Waxman. Travis Henry looks for the hat trick, and High Rolling is one that's got more than $250,000 lifetime in earnings, and I think could be okay in here. High Rolling, I was hoping to get a wee bit of a price, as some people might have doubted High Rolling having been off a while, but this is one also that's nicely capable. And look at last year, had 20 top 3 finishes in 44 starts. High Rolling 3-1, I think fits well in here. 9 Time Waits on No One is one that had been racing really well this year. The last couple races not quite as good. Now has to deal with the trailer post, but still overall, look, 7 wins and 11 starts this year. So don't dismiss this one too much. And at 5-1, might be enticing. And Scotty Coulter has done a nice job from the trailer post with a couple of other horses that I have backed. And Time Waits on No One is set up by Gerard Demarais. Time Waits on No One, 5-1. Number 3, DJ's Magic Moment. Well, last time out in this class, winner Gagnon. And DJ's Magic Moment is coming back and trying to win back-to-back, and also has 2 wins and 2/3 in the past 4 starts. So you got to consider this one. Wayne McLean, DG's Magic Moment, 3-1. Hoping to have a Sudbury Saturday night. And number 4, Soundbite Hanover, also a winner last race, but moves up a level. But it was a dominant-looking win, so maybe Soundbite Hanover. Jay Harris for Tyler Schlotman is right now the 2-1 favorite. I've gone to 5 High Rolling, 3-1 on the board. It's an interesting final dash. Gate is rolling for the 10th race. Gypsy Merlot, DG's magic moment on the inside. In the center, soundbite Hanover High Rolling and Spittin' Chicklets to the outside Million Angels and Majestic Virgin. And the second tiered time waits on no one. Field of 8 for the 10th race. There at the start of the rough, DG's Magic Moment, soundbite Hanover, Gypsy Merlot on the inside, then Majestic Virgin and High Rolling. Time waits on no one, Spittin' Chicklets and Million Angels is trailing the field. DG's Magic Moment has the magic early and still pressing on the outside. Soundbite Hanover wants to come on and clear to the front. Soundbite Hanover now is going to take over. DG's Magic Moment is racing second. Majestic Virgin's on the pylon third in front of Gypsy Merlot. High Rolling is rolling fifth in front of Time Waits on No One. Trailing pair, Spittin' Chicklets and Million Angels, and the opening quarter was 28 seconds. Soundbite Hanover is making a lot of noise early and leads by about 5 lengths over DG's Magic Moment. Majestic Virgin is third, and Gypsy Merlot is fourth as they race off the turn, and they head towards us. High Rolling is racing fifth and is going to stay to the inside. Then Time Waits on No One and Spittin' Chicklets and Million Angels. 56 and 4. Solid halftime for this class as they head on into the backstretch. And it is Soundbite Hanover who's got a lead over DG's Magic Moment at about 7 lengths. Then Majestic Virgin, Gypsy Merlot, and on the inside, that is High Rolling fifth. Time Waits on No One is flattened out. And then Spittin' Chicklets and Million Angels. Soundbite Hanover now is getting some urging. Soundbite Hanover is slowing noticeably, and here comes Majestic Virgin, and then DG's Magic Moment. Soundbite Hanover on the outside, Majestic Virgin, DG's Magic Moment, and then Gypsy Merlot, and High Rolling is kicked in late now and has come on in to take over fourth as the field turns for home. Majestic Virgin trying to overall. Soundbite Hanover has the late advantage, and then DG's Magic Moment, and on the outside High Rolling, but it's going to be Majestic Virgin to win him. Then Soundbite Hanover, DG's Magic Moment, and High Rolling and Spittin' Chicklets. 158 and 1. There's look at the winner of race 10, number 8, Majestic Virgin. Sammy Filia's the winning driver. Majestic Virgin's an 8-year-old, always a Virgin Bay mare, owned and trained by Amanda Riley. Well, first start of the year and a victory. It's now the 18th lifetime for Majestic Virgin, 158 and 1. The 10th race, Pale St. Majestic Virgin, 21, 59, 30, and 584. Soundbite hand over $3 to 43. DJ's Magic Moment pays $4.20. $2 exactor 80 dollars try 136.55. The double of 2 and 8 33.70. Dollar win 4 $250 $285. Pick 5 $513. Dollar high five 7,324.80 and a 20-cent high five 1,464.96. Kaboom shakalaka. The 10th race sort of finished in the top down. 7 scratch 3 2 4 5 8 1 6. That's 7 scratch 3 2 4 5 8 1 6 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Saturday evening. Action resumes Sunday, first race, 6:55 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.